I want you to do like this. We're gonna do boom, 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 boom. Let's keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Gervonta Tank Davis is coming back, and he's going to headhunt all of you. And my thing is, I got Tank beating all y'all at.
Newly released footage reportedly shows Gervonta Davis training alongside boxing legend Mike Tyson in preparation for his upcoming fight against Jake Paul. In the video, Tyson can be seen guiding Davis through intense padwork sessions, demonstrating advanced techniques and emphasizing timing and precision. The former heavyweight champion praises Davis's explosive speed and accuracy, while offering expert advice to sharpen his knockout-oriented strategy and elevate his overall performance in the ring.
Hey, bro! Nice one, Mike! Nice one, Mike! Hey, bro! Nice one, Mike!
Gervonta Davis's pad work during training camp showcases his lightning-fast speed and flawless coordination. His punches flow in rapid, seamless combinations, displaying impeccable rhythm and control. Each strike lands with explosive precision, forcing his trainer to work hard to match his relentless pace. Observers note that Tank appears sharper than ever, with his hand speed and timing at their peak, clear signs that he's in top form and completely focused ahead of his highly anticipated showdown with Jake Paul.
God damn!
The buzz surrounding Gervonta Davis ahead of his showdown with Jake Paul has been filled with speculation and criticism, but Schwabeiss believes most people fail to understand where Davis truly stands mentally. According to him, Davis has reached a point in his career where outside noise no longer affects him. Rather than engaging with the constant stream of opinions online, he's chosen silence as his response, a silence that Schwabeiss describes not as weakness, but as confidence. The Baltimore champion knows that words don't win fights, actions do. He intends to make his statement in the ring, with every punch, counter, and knockout attempt serving as his answer to the skeptics. With reports hinting at a potential knockout bonus for this bout, Schwabeiss says Davis has every reason to end the night early. But beyond the money, he insists, Tank is fighting to remind the world exactly who he is, carrying both pride and expectation into the ring.
He's scared. He can't come back to real boxing after fighting Jake Paul. He's going to be made a mockery of. One of you guys said, you can call it a fake fight, but it has real consequences. Let him get knocked out by Jake. Let him get embarrassed by Jake. He can't come back. He'll be made a mockery of. He done took a knee, grease in the eye, had a draw with Roach, which everybody thinks Roach was robbed, and then made a mockery of by Jake Paul, a YouTuber. Which is why Gervonta Tank Davis is on Demon Time. Check this out. Check this out. See, me being back on my fitness journey, I know how hard that is, especially at his size with how heavy that medicine ball is. Gervonta Tank Davis is going to go hard, pause, on that Jake Paul fight. He has to. While everybody is trying to dismiss that shit, there's a knockout bonus and everything. You got Lamont Roach calling him all these names. Tank Davis shut off his social media. He can't take y'all negativity, making him worse before the fight. He can't allow y'all to be in his head, which that's what y'all want to do. The end of Tank. And I don't. I think boxing is better with Tank involved. I always say that. If there is boxing Boxing is even better when there's more talented and skillful fighters involved. Regardless of how you feel about him, you want Tank to be great in boxing, then hating him to death out of boxing. If you do, you're just a hater, right? If you love the sport, you want as many determined boxers in there as possible. He's looking determined right now. And with everything that Roach is saying, he's ready to come back and whoop some ass. Where I'm getting this information from, none of your damn business. But right now, I'm just a vessel. And I'm going to tell you guys what's up. Gervonta Tank Davis is coming back, and he's going to headhunt all of you.
Analysts have been quick to point out the size difference between the two fighters. On paper, Jake Paul appears to be the larger and stronger man, but as many boxing experts remind fans, size alone doesn't win fights. Boxing is a technical art form built on precision, timing, and composure, and Gervonta Davis has mastered that science. He understands how to move, how to bait opponents, and how to strike with calculated accuracy. In contrast, raw power without refined skill often leads to fatigue and costly mistakes. Many analysts suggest that Davis's smaller frame could actually be an advantage, allowing him to move with compact efficiency, slip punches with quick head movement, and unleash short bursts of explosive power. The difference between merely looking powerful and being truly effective is vast, and it's Davis's experience that makes that distinction unmistakable.
Talking hands, Gervonta will whoop Jake ass. We just talking hands. But do you think that 50-pound weight difference, that's going to be a difference?
It could be if you get caught with a shot. But as a boxer,
Physics.
Well, but the thing is this though. Let's talk about physics. See, boxing is a technique.
Right.
So it's not like if you could be bigger. That shit don't matter. Like you seen the big nigga get knocked. A lot of them big niggas go to sleep.
That's a fact.
When he been out and the bouncer get hit in his chin, he go right out. He the big nigga on the ground. Like I've seen it a million times.
He the big nigga on
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You right. But
so that you can't go off that. Now if you get hit by a big nigga and you're a smaller nigga, then,
You gonna fly. He gonna.
here come
feel it.
physics. But as I'm using my technique, we in a different space now. Big guy, I got something for that. When you throwing and I'm seeing shit differently, yeah, now it's time for technique. You understand?
I want to start training. I want to start training.
Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford. He just proved what I just said. The technique of boxing. You feel me? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So,
While many are backing Davis, DJ Akademiks has sparked debate by suggesting that Jake Paul could score a knockout. He argues that Paul's size advantage and growing ring experience give him a legitimate chance to land something significant. Akademiks points to Paul's previous fights, where his powerful overhand right has dropped multiple opponents, and insists that people underestimate Paul's dedication to training and improvement, emphasizing that he's been preparing like a true professional rather than a celebrity boxer. Still, critics question whether Paul can withstand Davis's speed, precision, and relentless pressure once the fight heats up. Nonetheless, Akademiks' take has injected an intriguing layer of tension into the build-up, framing the bout not as a mismatch, but as a risky experiment between a heavy-handed YouTuber and a lethal puncher. Whether his prediction proves accurate or not, it underscores just how divided the boxing world is over this unexpected showdown.
It's going either one. If there's a knockout, it's going to be Jake knocking him out.
You think Jake is going to knock out Gervonta?
Yeah,
he's the underdog.
We got to look at size. We got to look at size. Now, granted, do I think Gervonta can knock him out? Of course. But what people don't realize is that, you know, you got one guy who's a damn near heavyweight, and then you have another guy
He is a heavyweight.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be weighing in as a heavyweight for this fight. I forgot what weight they agreed on. But regardless, if it goes
227 pounds.
Say it?
He's 227 pounds.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what he's weighing in
against
on.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, he's weighing in something different. It's no way they're letting a 227-pounder fight a 130-pound guy.
Gervonta Davis. Let's take a look.
Yeah, just look at weight limits. I think it's like 190.
195.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to go down 30 pounds.
Yeah. I still think that's borderline. I think 200 is still heavyweight. So, but I think it's borderline.
Yeah, right there in the bottom.
Yeah. So, you know, I would imagine if it's a knockout. Well, here's the thing too, though. And so I might actually just take it off the table. I might just go with Gervonta. Why? a lot of Jake Paul's power probably come from the weight. So in 30 pounds or almost 40 pounds you got to cut, that's a lot. Now, one thing I'm gonna like about Jake, Jake's a bag secure. I could see, I think this is gonna be a win-win for both of them. It's gonna be a win for Jake because you don't get knocked out by this guy. If you can stand in the ring with an actual top-tier boxer, and he can't knock you out, and maybe you land a couple jabs, like a couple of hits, maybe even stun him once, you've won because you're getting $100 million. That is genius. And for Gervonta,
he says he's going to retire after this, by the way.
Nah, he'll fight and do it again.
Another group of analysts has focused on Gervonta Davis's reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous finishers, noting that his knockout record speaks for itself. Most of his victories come long before the final bell. Reports indicate that this fight could earn Davis around $200 million, making it one of the most financially significant bouts of his career. Yet, according to these experts, his motivation runs deeper than money. It's about legacy, dominance, and cementing his place among the greats. They emphasize that Tank's natural explosiveness, paired with his exceptional ring IQ, makes him both unpredictable and devastating. Even when trailing on the scorecards, Davis carries the kind of power that can end a fight in an instant, a nightmare scenario for Jake Paul. Against a fighter who can deliver a knockout from any angle, there's no safe moment. To these analysts, Davis remains a rare breed, part tactician, part destroyer, a master of turning pressure into perfection.
Gervonta Davis's guarantee.
I call bullshit.
Me too.
I call bullshit.
$200 million is a lot of money.
That'd be the most any athlete's ever made in one event, in one night. Where are they getting that money?
I mean, it's Netflix.
Okay. Mike Tyson didn't make that. Jake Paul didn't make that.
No. $20 million, I would believe, not $200 million.
20 million seems realistic.
That's a lot.
Even because Netflix is bigger, but there's no pay-per-view model. So, and Gervonta is a big pay-per-view draw, especially for being a lighter weight class.
Yeah.
So 20 to even 40 I can get.
Oof, that's a lot.
40 I can understand.
When push comes to shove, though, like 20.
Like Canelo's getting that 40. Yeah. But Gervonta Davis, especially on Showtime, he's a big pay-per-view star.
Yeah.
He's a knockout artist. Mm-hmm. 200 mil is just completely false.
God, Jake is so much bigger.
Yeah, man.
I mean, so much bigger.
I don't get it. If he thinks this is going to make him legitimate in boxing, I just don't get why he do it.
Can his speed and, his ability make up for that size difference, in your honest opinion?
Well, he has to be very smart throughout the course of the fight. It's hard to know in some things. I think Gervonta's just gonna stick and move. He'll be fast, play it smart, I don't see him staying still for too long so Jake can land some shots. He'll just try to touch him. Who knows, man? It's an exhibition. It's a money grab. Jake's fighting one of the best boxers ever.
Comedian and passionate boxing fan Earthquake offers a lighter yet insightful take on the upcoming matchup. He notes that in boxing, size and muscle don't always translate into lasting success. While heavily built fighters like Jake Paul may look intimidating when they step into the ring, those same muscles can become a liability as the fight wears on. According to Earthquake, Paul's bulk could cause him to slow down after a few rounds, as his oxygen burns quicker and his punches lose their sting. He jokes that Jake's physique might look great on camera but could betray him when endurance becomes the real test. In contrast, Davis has the build of a natural fighter, compact, efficient, and explosively powerful. Earthquake predicts that once fatigue sets in, Tank's relentless pressure will expose Paul's weaknesses. Beneath the humor, his observation underscores a timeless truth: fights aren't won by appearance, but by endurance, rhythm, and heart.
You're a boxing fan?
Totally.
Okay. Tank Davis and Jake Paul in November. According to betonline.ag, Jake Paul's the underdog at plus 139. Gervonta Davis is the favorite at minus 180. So he's the favorite almost 2-1.
Right.
What do you think will happen in this ring?
I don't know, but Tank should beat him. Tank should beat him, but Tank is smaller. And usually in boxing, you take the bigger man, but then again, Terrence Crawford killed that when he beat Canelo.
They were the same weight.
Yeah, they were
at the time.
Well, no,
maybe a little bit different after they rehydrated, but they weighed in at the same weight. There's a 30-pound difference between Gervonta and Jake Paul. Jake Paul had to lose like 30 pounds to get down to like 195. And Gervonta, I think, is like 160.
Gervonta all the way up to 160?
Well, hold on. Gervonta.
160?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. No. 133.8.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, he 133.
It's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yes.
60 pounds.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but ain't extra weight on that chin.
That chin is all bone.
That chin ain't all bone. There ain't no meat on that chin.
No meat on that chin.
Ain't no
That's
meat
true.
on that chin. You know, big dudes get knocked out real quick. I done had a few.
Yeah?
Ain't no chin. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You just can't. First of all, you can't let them hit you. That's first of all. And once they swing, they motivate them come, and then you catch them. And if you could turn it right there and catch them right there,
Yeah.
they fall real hard.
You got to get in close, though.
Because they never been, I don't know about Jake, but big dudes never fight. Usually they intimidate, and then they can't last long. Their stamina is 30 seconds a minute.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jake's lost before to Tommy Fury.
Okay.
But he's never fought a world-class boxer before. In his prime.
Yeah.
Championship level,
Right.
like a Gervonta, but there's a 60-pound weight difference. I think Gervonta will win too, but I don't know. I don't know.
Gervonta
It's kind of
gonna
like a
get him.
clown show at this point. You
Yeah,
know, it's
it
like a
is.
circus. It's like, let's put a bear with a human and see what happens. You know?
How much?
Give someone a stick, like
Right.
like Thunderdome or something.
Yeah, they're making a mockery of it. That's
Right.
true for its true purists.
No, it's not real boxing anymore.
fan.
These are all exhibition matches.
Right.
It's not affecting anyone's records.
Right.
Despite ongoing criticism about the matchup's fairness, the fight has undeniably captured global attention. Some fans are tuning in hoping Jake Paul will pull off a shocking upset, while others expect Gervonta Davis to deliver yet another knockout masterpiece. Either way, the anticipation benefits both fighters. Analysts point out that controversy sells, debate, speculation, and heated discussions all drive viewership. Jake Paul, more than anyone, understands this dynamic. His marketing genius lies in transforming criticism into promotion, turning every doubt and insult into fuel for curiosity. Even those who want to see him lose will still watch, and that's precisely the strategy. Ultimately, the fight's success doesn't hinge solely on the result, but on the spectacle surrounding it. In today's boxing world, the show often matters just as much as the sport itself, and this matchup perfectly illustrates that formula in action.
All of a sudden, we want to know who will win in this fight, Jake Paul or Tank Davis. It's a legit question, and I actually want to really hear your thoughts on who do you think is going to win, because I know what Vegas is saying, but I want to know what you think. You got
personally, I think Tank too little, bro.
Yo,
I think Tank too little.
I'm so glad you have a brain on your fucking shoulder.
I think Tank
the
too
way
little.
I did, I said, bro.
I think Tank's too little. That's what I'm saying. At weight classes for a reason.
Davis
That weight class for a reason.
5'5", 135 pounds. Jake Paul is 6 feet, 205
That's what I'm
pounds,
saying.
bro.
He's too
6'1",
little.
205. Everybody's like, yeah, bro, but Tank it only takes one good punch. Yes, it takes one good punch when you're about the same size. There's a 60, 70 pound difference in weight in these people. I don't think nobody puts the physics in mind. Jake Paul gets punched in the face by dudes 200 pounds with all their might on a weekly basis. A 135-pound puncher, bro. If y'all remember the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor fight, Conor walks around like 180 on the regular. He's like 5'9", 180. Mayweather's like 5'7", 145. That 30-pound, 20, 30-pound difference, bro, if you remember that fight, Mayweather was putting mittens on Conor. Guess what happened to Conor? He didn't hit the ground once.
No.
He lasted all 12 rounds getting hit with flurries. I'm talking about Mayweather was having his time. He's being cocky with it, hitting him with all kind of combos. And we're watching the last 3 rounds of that shit like, yo, knock him out. And you know what? He could not knock him out because Conor gets punched by people that are 170, 180 pounds on a regular. And just that 20, 30-pound difference, it was like impossible for him to do anything. And that's exactly what I feel like is going to happen versus Jake and Tank.
Respected trainer Robert Garcia views the upcoming fight through a technical and historical lens. He explains that there's nothing inherently wrong with Gervonta Davis choosing to face Jake Paul. It's his career, and he has every right to steer it as he sees fit. However, Garcia questions the timing of the decision. He suggests that Davis, still in his prime and surrounded by legitimate challengers, might risk being misunderstood by taking this route. It's not that the fight itself is wrong, Garcia clarifies, but rather how it fits into the larger narrative of Davis's career. For him, the true concern isn't about money or danger, it's about legacy, perception, and the story Davis will ultimately leave behind.
But I don't know. What's your just take on the whole thing?
I'm not very interested. That doesn't excite me. I know it's going to do really good numbers. I know they're making a lot of money, which is good for them, good for Tank, because in boxing that's what everybody looks for. I think is, you know, the good thing is they announced it as an exhibition, which is, I'm okay with it. You know, everybody does it. Mayweather has done it. Ali did it. You know, the only thing, my personal opinion is Tank. You know, they all did it when they had already accomplished so much. They already did so much. Mayweather did everything in boxing and accomplished everything. Muhammad Ali did the same, and many others that have done it. I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. You know, Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly. So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize, but then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making to fight, to have an exhibition against just Jake Paul, I would have asked. I would do the same.
No one would say no to that.
If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for $20-30 million, I would probably do the same. So I don't blame him. You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care of how many belts he won or who he fought.